right. Welcome everybody to the trade recap. Today we're gonna go over, I think I'll probably go over a trade that I did yesterday since I didn't do a recap yesterday. We'll go over trading market open and using the 50% fib level for stop losses strat wise to connect it to the strat. Anyway. All right, so before we started, Mikey and I were talking about he entered in on this 4-hour candle. He was trying to place a what was it, a buy stop order to get in this. And once it triggered, it like well, let me go to the 1 minute so we can see it a little better than the 4-hour. And so you were gonna get in at 5305. Or were you gonna get in earlier?
I was gonna get in.
With the screenshot, you put a line here. You're trying to.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So, you need to put the order at the wick. You can't put the order at the body because for the strat, we need to wait until it breaks the top wick or the bottom of the wick or the candle in general. Because if you're breaking the body, you're getting in early, which is what you don't want to do. Because what if it triggered in? What if it triggered, you put the stop order here to get you in for a long, but it hasn't even went 2 up yet, right? So you're like front running the move when this candle's still a 1 bar. And then of course, eventually, it went 2 up basically on the first candle, and then it pulled back and then it kept on going up. So something to keep in mind of is that at market open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, that's where all the volume comes up. That's everybody's buying or selling or whatever is going on at that point. So you'll get really big moves in the first like 5 minutes of the market open. So if you're not used to trading the first 5 minutes, you want to give it at least 5 or 10 minutes before you put a trade on. You don't need to get in a trade as soon as market opens. Of course, if you're using the 4-hour, like I would, as soon as, well, this is pre-market. We don't really use pre-market for the strat, but that's another conversation. So if you were trading the strat with the 4-hour, this is ES. So you would have went long all the way up here at 5322. So this whole time the candle was trading inside, and it triggered. Let's go over here. So it pretty much triggered 2 up on the 4-hour at 11 o'clock. So you were getting in on an inside bar on the 4-hour and the daily. Sure, you can get in a little earlier if you want on the lower time frames, but you still run the risk of getting caught in chop. Thankfully today, we just had the retracement heading higher. So the proper 4-hour entry, I'll have to make a video on time continuity for the strat, but essentially, we're using the regular trading hours. You're not using electronic hours when you're using the strat, at least if you're going to be trading the New York session. So the entry you got here was a really, really, really early entry based on pre-market data. But with the strat, we only use regular market data, or regular trading hours, which is the New York session. Does that make sense?
I'm following.
Yeah, so essentially, something to keep in mind of, if you're going to take the 4-hour, make sure in your settings, where it says futures, extended and highlight is off. So if I go on this side where it's just regular hours, show extended hours, off. Start aggregation at market open. So it will start the candle at 9:30 a.m. So you can have 2 screens like this if you want. Regular hours and then extended hours.
So what is extended hours exactly?
So that's what happens before and after New York session. So these two candles where the black is, that's New York session. That's 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. Anything after 4 p.m. is after hours. Anything before 9 a.m. is pre-market. So after the New York session closes, it trades after hours and then it reopens back up for the Asia session. I forget the exact time, and then there's a London session, like the stock exchange in Europe, or I guess in the United Kingdom. I guess those are two different things. Anyway, so there's different sessions. There's New York session, Asia session, London session. The first half of the New York session, it's like 11:30 a.m. has a lot of volume because New York and London are open at the same time. But we'll go over that another time. So did that make sense why that thing shot up when you got in?
I'm a little confused.
What part?
Basically, what you're saying is, since the market just opened and I had pre-hours, is that like the reaction of the pre-hours?
Well, no, it's
Or the
just you literally were getting in at market open. So you were putting an order here and the market already opened and you're getting all this volume. So let me go to the 1 minute or maybe the 5 minute. What the heck is going on with my chart? Hold on. Oh, that's why. There we go. So yeah, you were trying to get in somewhere like around here, and then this candle just rocketed up. So this one candle was like almost 6 points. So you're getting in a
yeah,
time of a lot of volatility where, candles are moving really quickly up and down, up and down.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So if you're not used to trading at market open or at market close, the first 10, 15 minutes are the most volatile. Of course, there could be other volatile moments, but generally, you don't really want to get in immediately if you don't necessarily know what you're doing. You can always just wait a little bit and then get in, or just wait for a TTO, as we have here. We have a move up, move down, continue, go heading higher. And then it kind of just chopped a bit. Yeah, kind of just chopped the rest of the day. We'll dip down a little bit, came back up at the end of the day. But, you know, it's to be expected when there's a long weekend. Everybody goes home early.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's what had happened to me, as you explained. I tried to enter in like at a certain price, and as soon as I went to buy in, the price jacked up. So I essentially I bought at the lower price, so I was losing money.
or in this case, it didn't put you in a lower price. It were you going long, right?
Yeah, I was going long.
Yeah. So pretty much what happened in your case was because so remember when you're doing a stop order and it triggers that price, it's opening up a market order. And the market order, you get the next best available price. So if I put market order at 177 or a buy stop and then it triggers, but the next best price is 177.53, I'm going to get filled at 177.53 because that's the best next available price. It's not going to do it immediately like where I want it to be at. So that's why you have to be careful with market orders. You're always going to get slippage.
So what I did was I right click on your mouse, and then I pressed buy. Yeah, I didn't even do all that. I just was buying at that certain, just to get in at that time.
Also, if you hit buy, then you were just doing a regular market order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dangerous. You always want to do a stop order if you're going to be using strat or a limit order.
Okay.
Because if you're doing market and the trade hasn't even triggered yet, you're just front running the move. All right, so, oh wow, Tesla kept on moving after I got out. So, let's see. So today didn't really do too much. I just did like one trade of YM that I can't go into, and then I did Tesla calls. Pretty much all I did once it broke over the level that I had placed. My first target was this broader information here. I think it was, hold on, what's the price that I put? 177.95. Yeah, so it was like around here. Yeah, so around the BF. That was my first target. My second target was this fib level, and then my third target was this next fib level. I got out at this broad information level, then I just called it a day. I didn't really feel like trading today. And that's pretty much all I did, really. It did end up hitting the other targets, but I was already out by that time. However, if you wanted to get in on the trend, like I always tell you guys, if it's going to be a trend day, there's always going to be a TTO, as we have here on the 15-minute. Get the pullback, a 213 up, take that up. Or on the 5-minute, you get a you got a TTO here. So the first one, you get a second one here, a little one. Then you get a cleaner one right here with a 212 hammer up. So you could have entered on this 212 up, on this 2 down 2 up, or this 2 down 2 up. You had 3 opportunities to get in. Or you could have caught this mini W right here, got it on this 2 down 2 up here, or you could have taken this 212 up right there as another potential TTO entry. If you got in on this one, you would have been stopped out. It pulled back, it went 2 up, and then it failed and went 3 down. So this one I would have gotten stopped out if I got in. But you had other opportunities in this one. Any questions before I continue? All right. Any trades you guys took today?
Hi, Desi.
Hey, Moon. I saw you took Tesla too.
Yeah, so I took Tesla at, let me look at my journal, hold on. I took it at 10:18, so not the first time that the 2 up happened when it went back.
That was on this candle here.
Yeah, I went back. I got in on that second time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then you took it out, I think, somewhere like at 179 and change, 179.10, I think it was.
Yeah, so my ATRs, I did 4 ATRs, and I compared them to the levels that you have. Mine were different, but it definitely hit my one. It was one. I think it was 177.10 was my first ATR. Let me look at it again and see. Yeah, 179.10. That was my first ATR.
Nice. And remember, you don't only need to use the ATR for targets. You could use I hope you're drawing your broader informations, but
yeah, I have mine drawn. Well, I drew my broad formations, and I see them on the daily. But when I flip to the 4-hour, I don't see any.
Interesting.
Oh wait, never mind. I see it. I don't know why. I must have did something wrong.
It
must
happens.
have skipped.
So yeah,
I have them, but they're not. They're to the left. There's none showing towards the right.
Make sure that you're setting. Are you drawing them on Thinkorswim or TradingView?
TradingView.
One thing, the tool that you want to use on TradingView is the Ray tool.
That's what I use.
Interesting.
Yeah, because when I draw them, and we're drawing them to the left, right? When you find your 3, you're drawing your lines to the left. So they're extending out to the left. They don't extend out to the right.
Oh, so you mean you're doing, let's say, like this 3 candle, you're doing like this?
Yeah, is that wrong?
Ah, so yeah, for it might be a little confusing because on Thinkorswim I draw them backwards. Like, so I'll do like the 3
Oh,
candle and then I'll do this because I have my lines going both ways extended.
so maybe, okay, so is it that I'm doing it wrong, or I just need to see if the setting can be extended
Yeah, so
to the
you're doing
right?
it right. So on TradingView, since I have my ray facing one direction, I do from left to right like this. But what you can do is in your settings, let me just draw a random one. Whoops, that's not what I want. Is this style? Yeah, there we go. Extend line left. So now
Oh,
if I
okay,
go here and then I go left to right, it'll do it on both sides.
gotcha. Okay, so I need to add all my extensions then.
Yep. And it depends how you want to draw them. You know, you can do it that way. Usually, since I don't like lines going to the left side on TradingView, I would just do it like this,
Do
where
it
it's
to the
just,
right.
yeah, so I'll do from like the candle I'm connecting the 3 to. So then it's just in one direction. But you,
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
yep, yeah, whatever's
do it
comfortable for
everywhere.
you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Of course. And to make your life a lot easier, instead of going through each and every single one automatically, let's see if this works. Let's just do this, and then let's do that. And let's put them in a folder. And let's see. So what you can do is, depending on whatever computer you're using, and let's just do some extra ones just because. Let's put them out in the group. And then we can just highlight all of them. Oh, whoops, wrong button. That's the wrong command. And clearly I forgot my short keys. All right, we'll just do this. So highlight all of them, right click, and all right, never mind. You're gonna have to do them one by one.
Yeah, that's okay.
But, you know, better to do it now than do 3 tickers and then you gotta do everything all over again.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll do them.
Any other trades?
I did do SPY too.
What time frame?
I was more hesitant with SPY. I did it on the 4-hour too, but I was watching it and noticed it was struggling to break 530.
Yep.
So I went and got out. I got out quick.
One thing that you want to remember is that I'm defensive on inside days because you can get this. This is an inside day on a daily time frame. 1 bar. So when you get a big range like this, you can see these 2 candles as a 3 candle that took everybody out here. So we go to the daily, the 3 candle took everybody out. So we can expect an inside day after we get a big move. Like for example, we look to the left, big move, inside day. And then sometimes big move and then it continues heading down, depending what's going on. But generally for big days, I'm more defensive. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Getting out. Yeah, other than that, the last thing I'll go over is somebody asked me, you know, stop losses for Strat, like where you can place them. So as we know with the Strat, you know, all right, zoom in here. If we're gonna get in on the break of this candle, the high of this candle, we can use the setup candle as our stop loss right here, or the trigger candle right here, or 50% of the previous candle. So you get your fib tool and, you know, just get the high and low of the previous candle, and then there's the 50%. So if this candle were to trigger up and it comes down to that 50%, I'm gonna get out. If it breaks the 50% area, you run the risk of it turning into a 3 bar. So you can use any of these 3 for your stop loss, depending on your risk tolerance. And just to to show that again, just get the high of the wick or the high of the candle, low of the candle, and just connect the fibs, and then there's your 50% level. Simple stuff. All right. Any last things you want to go over before we get off?
Hey, Desi.
Well, hello, Kia, Miss IWM. How are you?
Guys, you already know the vibes. So I took a IWM trade this morning. It was just before 10, maybe like around 10:30 on the 5 minute. Got in at the 5 minute. Got out
30.
just before noon, I think.
So you got in around
Yeah.
10:30 here, and then before noon would have been like around here.
Yeah, I got out around the big red candle, like so.
This one right here.
It was going down, and I jumped out.
Yeah, I probably would have done the same. Well, if I were to get in here, I would have gotten out once price reversed again on me on this candle there. But this one is fine too. Let's check the 15-minute. So you got it on this candle, and then you got out like around here, I think it was, or around here. Yeah, one of those. And we can see here, it's a resistance area in that zone, and that line is super crooked. Yeah, like around that area. So I probably would have gotten out once it reversed on me too. So was it a red trade or a green trade?
It was green. It was green.
Nice. Worked out anyway. On Monday, or not Monday, but Tuesday or Wednesday, we should get the volume back. With being a 3-day weekend, and the big range we had yesterday is kind of just inside bar still. So as I always say, with these choppy days, that's always fine because it sets us up for a better day the next day. So now we have a 2-1 setup on the daily, which should be good. Nice. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. I'm thinking if there's anything else somebody told me. Yeah, just the fibs, trade stuff, the recap stuff anyway. Yeah, that's all I have for today. All right. Thank you guys for coming as always. I'm probably, if I have time tomorrow, gonna make like a beginner video for futures, but like very basic stuff, nothing like too in depth. But yeah, I will see you guys later, and enjoy your weekend and turn your brains off. We deserve it.